All right. All right. All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Bison, aka Bison Trades, over on Twitter. Welcome back to another episode of RareFUD Radio, episode number 93. Great year. Great year. Phenomenal year. I heard anybody born in that year, top tier, you know? Damn, I just came up with the rhyme at the same time. Anyways, I hope everybody's surviving the bear market, the boring market. I wouldn't even call it that much of a bear. It's so boring, dude. I'm beside myself. I don't know what to do. All I'm doing is checking in on Heist at this point, checking in on Marinade, checking in on some DeFi protocols. It's scrolling Twitter every now and then. My Twitter screen time has gone down like to 25% of what it usually is. I don't know what's going on anymore, but hope you guys are surviving the bear market. We are going to talk a little bit about what's going on today. Talk a little bit about Tensor boxes. Tensor rewards have dropped. That is probably the one bright and shiny thing. If you guys have been trading on Tensor, mainly providing liquidity. Liquidity is really what they were rewarding people for. If you were providing liquidity in the form of collection bids, in the form of market making, in the form of listings, you were getting Tensor points. So the more Tensor points you had, the more rewards you got. Super fun stuff. I got to open mine today. I'm not sure if Door still has any or if he's revealed it yet or not, but we're going to talk to him. Unfortunately, Joe is going to be out today. So no Joe, sad, but that's okay. We will hold down the fort. Of course, I got to welcome on my wonderful co-host, my brother in content, Mr. Dorian. Dor, how we living?
Yo, what's going on, dog? Every day's a holiday, man. But You know, it's kind of chilling, dog.
This ain't a holiday. You know what? I'm gonna say this one day, actually this whole week, that we can't say that. I don't think there's gonna be anything.
Once again, dog, all holidays are not created equal. It's one of those holidays where you just got to go to work and you forget that it's a holiday.
Bro, I would even take international, like, you know, one of those obscure, it's like International Dog Day.
Yeah,
like, yeah, I can get behind
like
dog. We'll make that a holiday. I can get behind International Taco Day. You know, I find that out. I'm like, shit, baby, load up the car. We're going to go grab tacos. You know, this ain't even just like a random. This is like International, like pencil sharpener day.
Yeah,
you know?
it's like, what is this?
What are we doing?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on here, but we're still here. Glad you guys are too. We're going to be talking today. Of course, we got to jump into the market overview. I will say there are some bright statistics here that we can talk about, but going over to sniper.xyz/market-overview, you guys need to go down to tabs, go to sniper.xyz. If you aren't buying from Sniper, what are you doing? Head over to that top right, go down to tools, market overview, and you can kind of check out what's going on in the Solana ecosystem. Right now, we are looking at 2,455 buyers. So actually decent. That is better than I was expecting. I was expecting like 1,700s-ish because that's what it's been lately. So we're seeing a nice little spike in buyers. I don't think there's any mints going on today. No. That I know of, or any hype mints at least.
No hype mints. Like I stumbled upon the Magic Eden page the other day and to see what's minting, and I'm like, first of all, what the hell are these projects? Secondly, why the heck are y'all minting?
Yeah, no, there isn't any reason to mint right now. Anybody who is minting is asking for some serious issues because I have not heard, you know, any sort of marketing for projects or anything like that, except for 3. And we'll get into those. I do think these 3 that are coming up are going to be the bright spot, the benchmark at least. I know they will bring some volume. It's just how much and will it be sustained? We'll talk about that in a little bit. I do think August is going to be better. I've been saying this for a little bit. Can't get much worse than July. But it's a slow start so far. So going down the line, we go over to tiexo.com. Go over to that analytics tab in the top right. Check out what's happening on volume. We're looking at just shy of 30K volume, which is up 15% from yesterday. So that's good. Of course, yesterday was Monday. So, you know, people trying to get back to their computers. Magic Eden at a 50.71% market share. Tensor at only 33.38%. That's very interesting. And I think the other interesting part of that is that Tensor usually has a lot more AMM volume, or at least share of the volume. And they're at 32% for AMM and 68% market share. So basically people buying off the market, or, you know, selling into collection. No, that would technically be AMMs. I'm thinking of maker taker fees. Basically, they're not doing any of the liquidity events that we normally see. So it's very interesting. That's usually what Tensor volume derives from. So maybe we're just in a pause. That could be good. I mean, less AMM volume could be thinner floors up to the top. I'm just looking for some bright spots here.
Yeah.
It's hard to find them. So I will reach as much as I can.
I think the bright spot, dog, is I think that we've reached a new bottom, man. I think because of the lack of actual buyers out there, I don't foresee floors going much lower because even if you floor it, guess what? Nobody's going to be buying it. So I think we've reached like an equilibrium of sell pressure and buy pressure where, like, I don't think we're going to lower, but I don't think we're going to see any upward price momentum until I don't know, some catalyst comes around. I do have a feeling that all eyes are on Tensorians right now. Are you able, because like I haven't revealed yet, so if you want to, we could reveal my stuff on stream a little bit later. And also it's like, are you able to trade these things yet or not?
That's a really good question. I would imagine if you aren't able to yet, if they haven't been released, because I didn't get a notification that I got an NFT in my wallet from Floor, which is a fantastic app. And I don't know. I honestly don't know. This is part 1 of the reveal process, or the rewards process. So it's going to be interesting to find out. I would imagine you're going to be able to trade these because they basically said you need 4 types of shards in order to mint Tensorians, which is very interesting to me. So, for instance, I got 6 of one type and only 2 of another type. If I want to, I need to find some sort of equilibrium, right? So trade back and forth with people. I would imagine these got to be tradable. It's a marketplace, right? Like you got to imagine these are going to be tradable. But we could definitely load up your reward boxes to kind of show everybody what's going on. I already opened mine. I'm very eager, McBeaver, to have some sort of fun in this market. And if that means I can open some boxes of any sort, you're going to. I'm going to immediately. I just want some sort of happiness in my life. But it looks like you've loaded up your boxes. Let's go ahead and find out what Dor has. Now, question for you, Dor. Do you remember how many points you had?
No idea. Can we look on the screen? Like, I don't even know where to look at. I just been what's up?
I couldn't find out how many I had, which was really interesting. I was kind of hoping. I was like, could you not just put like a counter or like a final counter? I kind of want to show that off too, because I did some market making towards the end of the season with like racks and some other like no, not bodagos, because I did a lot of sniper stuff with that. But just going back and forth between marketplaces, trying to explore them. But let's go ahead and pull this up so we can show the rest of the folks what's going on. So if you guys don't know, you go into that top left corner of tensor.trade and you will see like this little alien tensorium looking thing. I would imagine that's the tensorium outline. You click on that, you can actually start opening your rewards. So let's go ahead and reveal Dor's rewards. He's got 5 boxes.
All right, let's start out with the common first.
Okay, so you can actually just open all those NFT boxes right there, and let's see what you get. So turns out Tensorian NFT boxes contain shards needed to forge Tensorians, but they also contain free prizes from some of our awesome partners.
Oh shit!
So we're gonna find out what we get. I got nothing on these.
Let me get a Solana mobile, dog, and I'll be happy.
I know, right? If you get a Solana mobile, dude, I quit.
Come on, let's go. On stream, doing it live. Oh, come on. Oh, partner rewards? Oh shit! What are the partner rewards?
Yo.
Floor app access. Saga percent discount. You know what? I'll take it, dog.
Hey, dude, I'd take a discount, bro. I need a new phone right now.
Dog. What? Crystal chip? What is this?
No, I got to figure out what this is because I got this too.
Okay.
And so, I got to figure out what it is. I also want to know what these asset dash coins are. You basically got the same things as me. I did get a Duxie dialect pack. I love Duxie. Duxie is one of my favorite women. Oh goodness.
My bad, dog.
No, you good. You good. They I forgot we're sharing with music over there. That was such a short clip. We probably won't get DMCA'd for that.
Nah.
Thank you, Lord. But yeah, I thought it was fun. I thought it was a fun reveal process. It's only part 1 of 3 according to them. So I'm excited to see. Now go back. Tell me what you got as far as the red, the blue, the green, and the purple crystals.
So I got 2 reds, 1 blue, 3 greens, and 1 purple.
Okay.
So, I don't trade that much. I'm not a frequent market maker, so
I know, but I can trade with you some of my extra shit.
Sure. Yeah,
because I only have 2 green crystals.
Sure.
So I'm guessing it's gonna be like one of each to mint one of these things, which is gonna be fun. I kind of like that. Hey, Dolly's asking why Dorian is wearing a hoodie. Why not?
What? Yeah. I like wearing hoodies.
Yeah, they up in the mountains. I always forget that too because
we're pretty dog, it's like middle of summer, but it feels like spring out here. It's raining every day and it's fucking cold.
Bless your heart. It's hot as balls here. Okay, so yes. Anyways, Tensorian's coming up. We do have a date. It's August 7th. So about this time next week, we're gonna be looking at Tensorians. I'm very excited because I think that is going to be the start of our next bull market.
Yeah.
Maybe. Benchmark. Let's say benchmark because I don't want to say bull market.
I don't want to say like it's going to return volume to the market, but I think we'll see what happened like maybe 2-3 months ago with like what was it, Asset Dash and like Soul Casino when they minted. Or we had those couple blips of volume, and then it went back to fucking bearish as hell. So I think we'll see blips of volume, and then that's about it.
Yeah, we're gonna find out. I'm very curious, but they are what's going to kickstart everything. I do have some alpha as far as Migos go. It sounds like it's going to be towards the middle of the month, and then Stud dropped the alpha in Discord, which again, if you want my alpha for Heist, the best thing you can do is join our Discord server, search messages from Studwood, and then just read away, because that MFer literally, as soon as like the clock hits midnight, my time, just goes on an absolute, like, I think he's just overly exhausted or something. I'm not sure what's going on with him, but he just drops everything. So did drop the alpha. Pay attention next week. I pay attention next week. So if it is next week, looking like it might be, we then have Tensorians and Heist Season 2. I think these two plus Migos really are going to be the big barometer test. These are some of the most hype mints coming up over, like, we've had in ages, really since Bodagos, to come out, and we get to see what the market looks like. Is it going to bring back volume? I'm sure, to an extent. How much of an extent? I don't know. Is it going to be sustained? I don't know. I like to think, though, that we have a lot of sideline capital, and people are just kind of sitting in Sol. We're not sure which way we want to go. Maybe some people are stabled out. Maybe they'll want to buy back into Sol. I really don't know. It's just going to be a very interesting benchmark. Yeah,
dude, I completely agree, man. Once again, it's like, I do think these projects minting or having their little like Tensorians and Heist, people have liquidity sideline for these events. I know, I'm speaking for myself. It's like, once shards are available, I plan on sweeping a ton of shards. However, I will not be sweeping them the day they're released. I'm going to let it go 2-3 days, because I know you guys like to undercut each other. So you go ahead, and then I'll sweep the floor after you finish doing your Solana thing. But I do plan on sweeping probably around 30 to 40 Sol worth of shards. Just because I'm pretty bullish on Tensorians. Like, proven team, I don't see why not. I don't know where the floor price is going to be, but I got a feeling it'll be higher than what I'm going to pay for shards. So just because, once again, like, market's been bored and looking for something to do, and I think this will be it. So definitely trying to scoop up a ton of shards. And yeah, with the Heist, man, I think a lot of people were waiting for that as well. Like, there's no reason. Like, I think we're going to see a lot of price movement within the Heist once we get more information around tokenomics of, is the new coin called Coco?
Yeah.
Okay, around Coco, and like how that's going to be emitted, the total supply, like the once I think there's a clearer picture about what everything does in Season 2, I think we'll see some positive price action within the Heist. But overall, man, and even on other chains, even on Ordinals, I feel like a lot of liquidity is just sidelined there. Right now, like, all NFT markets are down, all of them. It's like ETH is down bad, freaking Solana, like all major NFT markets, freaking Ordinals, everything's just rough right now. But once again, liquidity's waiting on the sideline. It only takes one catalyst before everything turns around.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, I just asked a question in chat. Tensorians, Heist Season 2, Migos, what y'all most excited for? Please do not pander me. I actually do want to know what you guys are doing, but I'm very excited that you're excited for Heist as well.
That's a good question,
I know Bolt
man.
and K10 are also in Heist, so yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, I am excited. I think this is going to be our last lull week. Like, seriously, there's going to be nothing going on. And I'm not entirely sure what to talk about. There is one thing I want to talk about. The most random thing I saw on my timeline. Shrimps. Do you remember shrimping?
Shrimping.
Yeah,
I think so, dog.
Dude,
they
were shilled hard by Tayo a while back. I think they minted with Tayo.
Yeah, dude, I think I remember these things. Like, let me look them up.
So shrimps, there was a chant saying one shrimp is all you need or whatever.
Yes, dude. I remember these little fuckers.
Yeah, it's funny. I started seeing on my timeline that they released Shrimpamon. Literally, it's just the shrimp faces on top of Pokemon, and they were in cards, and you can open the packs, and it was just these goofy little faces on Pokemon, and it was called like Shrimpachu or something like that, you know. It was honestly really funny, and I thought that was just look, they were clever with it, and I appreciate that. But yeah, also these things are ridiculous.
Yeah, dude. Like, when did these things release? I know it was in the bull market, and I think they were in like some stupid price range. Not like anything too crazy, but like they were sitting when Sol was like $100. I think they were like a couple sold or something.
Yeah, they were. I mean, dude, they ran up hard, and I can just check the charts real quick. because they started out. I mean, like Super DJ Mint ran all the way to like 6-ish sold.
Yeah, dog.
So, I mean, you take look. I honestly think we will get like another round of shrimps too,
Yes.
somewhere like tucked between this next round of hype mints, and then we'll get like some interest back in the market. I think we're gonna get some degen, just absolute degen mints, where it's gonna be like half a soul or something like that or less, and we're just gonna have some fun in the market. I think that's what we need. Honestly,
So,
I was thinking about it, like, dude, we just need some more degen mints back in our life.
Yep. Dude, I think we're starting to see that it's the same cycle that repeats itself over and over and over. It's like we have catalyst with the bull market, then OG projects pumps, and then all these new projects pump with the new mints. Then everybody gets bored, and then we see a couple degen mints, and then we go towards the gambling meta, and then people get bored of the gambling meta. We start the cycle all over again.
Yeah, I think that's a really good call because we will. I guarantee you, we're going to see gambling meta after that. You know, and the thing is though. Between like obviously DJ and Fat Cat's just been around for forever, and they've been doing pretty well. I mean, they've been holding like a consistent 1,000+ soul volume. Their price has not been great. I remember these things hit like 25. Oh, dude, these things ran all the way up to 38. Yeah, I would imagine people are just tired of coin flips too. I knew it was going to happen at some point. Like you can't just have coin flip be your only thing. Like you need to innovate on your games, and I think that's the one reason. Like Soul Casino, I don't see anybody beating Soul Casino. They are so good. And since Rollbit migrated away, I think that might be one of the safest plays. Not financial advice. Do your own research. Not endorsing gambling. Yada yada yada. You know, you got to do all that disclaimer. But I do think, like, do you really think they're going to go that much further down? I think they dipped down to like 48 on an unlock. You might be able to play a range play here. And that would be like my one shout out is that they ran up to like 60, 65 almost and dip back down to 45. If that develops a range, if we go into a range and they start getting more people going onto their platform because everybody's bored, I will pick some up on the dip. I will, because everybody's bored right now. And I don't see that changing. Unless Heist really brings the heat, unless Tensorians bring the heat, if Migos turn out to be awesome. The one thing I'll say about Migos that I'm a little concerned with, starting to see like Bonk and Oogie played into this too, where they do 101s by artists in the community and stuff. Nothing against it because I love the artists, but like, bro, if I want 101 art, I go into the 101 space. You know what I mean? Like, and I think it's good. Like, for instance, Nun Haley is actually doing or Nun Haley, I don't know how you pronounce the name, but did one for Bonk. They're doing one for Migos as well. It looks sick. I don't really think it fits the theme of what I would imagine the rest of the Migos look like, but I did not know anything about this artist. Once they got into the bonks, like, you know, remember the NFT bonks, they blew up. They were selling stuff for like 100+ soul. Now it's dipped back down to like 40-ish, I think was the last Nun Haley piece I saw.
Good, man.
But yeah, I mean, like,
great, especially in this condition.
That would be my one thing is like, you know, if you're trying to bring exposure to 101 artists, great. You know, and I don't really know what your plans are when you introduce 101s by artists like that. But if you're doing it to try to, like, you know, pander a little bit, that's where I'm like, that's a little gimmicky. You know what I mean? So I think Migos, they're not stupid. Like, Blocksmith isn't stupid. I think they're one of the best developers. Anatolia came out and said that, you know, like one of the co-founders of our own blockchain came out and said, yeah, Alex and the rest of the people over at Blocksmith, incredibly talented builders. I'm excited to see what they cook up. I think that's one that, you know, if I had to choose one of the three that I'm not minting, probably that one. And I'll just play secondary. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, whatever. But if I'm right, I get it on a dip, and then we'll go from there. But Blocksmith has held up pretty well, you know, sitting about that 45 soul range. I'd rather just test out my, of course, I already got, you know, my pre-sale for Tangs, and then I got Tensorians now too. I would imagine at least 2, but I'm going to try to trade my way into 3 or 4 before the mint, and then, you know, really ramp up my buys once they do mint. So yeah, that's kind of my game plan for like the next 2 weeks. Until then, this whole week, boring as hell, man. I ain't doing nothing.
Yeah, man. So like, I want to hit on the point of like what you were saying about one-of-one artists in collections. I think it is a cool way to highlight, artists that might not be well known and, give them a platform. But for me, a lot of the one-of-ones within the collection, I hate rares in like large generative collections. They are the bane of my existence. I will buy floor, like 2-3x above floor a rare as soon as the mint happens, because selling those things are like fucking Jesus, I need to stop cursing. It's like
fucking cares. You're good.
Doing that is like having open heart surgery, man. I do not mess with like rares on generative collections. Honestly, I rarely pick up any generative collection for art. If I'm picking up a generative collection, dog, I'm picking it up for a sole purpose. Either I need access to that community or I'm looking to trade it. I give no craps about the art on generative collection. Don't care at all. If I'm buying something for the art, it's a one-on-one. That's solely it. Whenever I buy one-on-one, sorry, y'all guys are taking me off my tangent. Y'all are like all about the hoodie today. Jeez.
They roasting you on the hoodie, bro.
I
Because
know,
we're roasting. I'm dying over here, bro. This is a thick shirt, and I'm dying.
Well, look, I guess y'all just need to come down to Mexico City then, huh? But going back to the point about one-on-one art is that if I'm picking it up, I'm like, I don't really expect any type of, return on it. Like I told you guys before, it's like I love Mo. Like just anything she comes out with, I just buy it. You know why? Just because I like it. It's not that expensive, and I get to support her. So that means she keep putting it out. So I'm happy to buy that. Speaking of buying stuff, I just entered a one-of-one auction for Bad Environment. They have I've been looking at their one-of-one characters for a while, and I'm like, oh man, these things are pretty cool. But I've just been waiting for one to come out, and this one that just dropped, I'm like, oh, I like this one a lot. So I'm going to try to pick that one up. Yeah, that thing's sick, man. I love it.
Yeah, I like it a lot. It looks good. And there he is, Mr. Door himself.
Yeah, leading the way, but we'll see how high it goes.
I said it on the last show with Light. I just love this art style. I think it's something that's refreshing. I think it's fun. I also love I call them manga dots. I know that's wrong, but just like it looks like manga shading. What they use is like these little it's some other name. I know I'm gonna butcher it too, but yeah, these little dots for shading. I think it's fun. It also makes for really clean artwork that I think is very distinguishable as a PFP, which is hard to do these days because everything looks the same. So kudos to them. I'm going to go ahead. Why didn't I share this? I'm going to share, if we're on the one-on-one art thing, I might as well share a piece as well, because you boys know I'm a huge Scooby Soul fan, and this might be one of my favorite pieces by him. It's actually by him and Lean, and I want it, but let's see if I can click on it. Sick. Super sick, dude. Love it.
Yeah, that's
anyways
cool,
yeah, I think that piece it's just fun. You guys know though, I'm just such a big audio visual.
Same,
like,
man.
I if I go for one-on-one art, it's usually because I think this is cool and I'm not really an art person. Like I know a good bit of art, but I'm not like yes, like this is such an exquisite piece. This one's just dope,
Exactly, dog. Like I'm right there with you. Like I like art on the blockchain that's something unique that can't be done like in the traditional realm. Like I'm just not a big fan of like paintings. Like if your stuff has audio and visual to me, that's a huge plus to me. So I'm automatically attracted to your stuff. Like so that's why I have I think I won the Scooby and OX flat piece. I did.
You did because I bid from another account.
Oh,
and
I didn't know. I would have let you get it, dog.
No, you're good. You're good. I did it from a non-account, and I did it to kind of pump up the price because I was like, yeah, why not? But I saw you beat me out for it, which is fine. I was either gonna get it for free or somebody else is gonna pick it up.
Yeah, if I know you're bidding against something, like if I see one of my boys bidding against it, even if I won and you guys put a bid in first, I never try to go in on it just because I feel bad.
Yeah, exactly. No, you're all good. I wasn't like eager McFever to get that piece. I might go for this drift piece, which ends in 30 minutes. So we'll see what happens. I just haven't been collecting a whole lot of one-on-one art because I collected a ton for a good out of it, and I'm just gonna sit on that for a little bit and let that marinate. But yeah, clean piece. A couple of things in the comments. Go ahead, Dor.
Okay. I was just one more thing on one of one art is like how you were hitting on like, oh, I'm not like, some big art collector or whatever, but like going to these NFT events, man, and some like when we were in Miami, I think, and even a couple in New York, it's like these one of one artists will be like, oh, I know you're a collector or whatever, and it's like, oh, can I show you my work? And I'm like, dog, you're talking to me like I'm some fucking real art collector over here. I'm just some random guy who likes certain one-on-one pieces. That's it.
Yeah, absolutely. That's kind of me too. Like, I usually have a pretty good eye. Obviously, we're in a bear market, and one-on-one was already a liquid, bro. If there's nobody here, like, it's going to be basically virtually impossible to sell unless it's like one of those one-on-one boutique collections, like your Hotheads, Boogles, DKS, that sort of thing. But I digress. Couple of things I saw in the comments. One, Silas. Hi, Silas. A long time no see, but was asking about the Soul Blaze airdrop delay. I don't care about Soul Blaze. The only reason I don't care, and I know people are like, yeah, we should be farming airdrops and yada, yada, yada. A lot of people inherently, when you have to do an action like that isn't on testnet or devnet, and you actually have to stake Soul with them in order to get the airdrop, I get a little concerned. There's a lot more counterparty risk with that than other airdrops. So I tend to be a little bit more cautious with that. On top of the fact that I just love Marinade so much that it's just so secure. I don't have to worry about anything. If I'm not going to go through Marinade, I'm going to go through Jito. And those are pretty much the only two that I feel comfortable really staking with in terms of liquid staking. That's not saying that somebody won't come in. That's not saying that Soul Blaze won't come in and light it up. But I see Twitter followers of like 5,500, or close to 6,000 now. And you actually have to do an action. Like, to me, it's just not hyped enough. It's not worth the risk. So a delay is never good to see, but I'm not too worried about a delay right now. They might just be double checking themselves and double checking the work. As far as K10's question, thoughts about the parallels between art collection and Web 0 and Web 3. You value, utility, they're present in both. Yeah, I think it's going to be a little bit more of an uphill battle for, trying to convince the world at large about the value of art in the digital space. I think Web3, there's just a lot more stigma around NFTs and, what chain it's on and yada, yada, yada. Like, normies don't care, but eventually they will. And I just don't know if it'll happen anytime soon. I buy these pieces because I love them. It's nice to have the provenance, and for me, it's just my nerdy self. I like having the historical value that comes with it. And if I hit on one of these, if one of these like just skyrockets, pays for my whole portfolio. And so I'm kind of betting on artists that are still grinding through this bear. There's very few and far between. At the same time, like, I understand why some artists are kind of pausing their work because they don't want to inflate their supply, and they don't want to be like, oh, well, I have like 1 million pieces that I made during the bear. At the same time, I know some artists that literally do this for their living. So yeah, like, I see both sides of it, but right now, just not that I'm not interested, just not buying it. I'd rather be staking that Soul so I can buy it later. And we'll see what happens from there. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Last question we have from the audience, Stefan. I hope I'm saying that right, not Steven, Stefan. ZMB are doing well, ? What do you guys think? I mean, I love a ZMB. Yeah, I mean, look, I will tell you right now, Joe does not, I know he comes on and says, yeah, I bought this to be my digital identity, and it's nice just to buy something for the art. That man don't sit in anything, all right? Look, I'll believe it when I...
Look, I love Joe, but that's true, dog.
Yeah, we'll see him change his damn profile picture in, like, I'll give it a couple of weeks tops. He'd buy it for the art, and then it runs up to like 40 Soul, and he'd be like, wow, I actually made a good trade off this, and he'll end up selling it. So I don't believe it for a second, but yes, he usually buys bottoms. All right, so I'm not sure where ZMB is at right now.
I don't know what it's gonna do, but I think as long as OMB is around, ZMB is gonna be fine.
Yeah, I mean, they're what? I mean, did they end up minting that second collection?
I don't know.
That second wave or third wave or whatever wave it was, but let's see. No, they haven't, because I only see 2,138, and I remember that's how many were on the last one. I'd be a little worried that whenever the new additions happens, that and the new wave comes, you're going to see Solana. You know, you see an increase in supply. People are going to end up flooring it, or they end up selling the ones they have to trade for other ones. And look, these are all one-on-one pieces by Tony, and I love Tony. I think his art is
Tony's legit, dude.
It's so funny to me because to me, like at a glance, his art is so bad it's good. I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm not like, he makes his art just so unique. Like they look like scribbles, but I know for a fact I could not do this. I could not scribble like he could and make it all just look so fun and entertaining. Some of the pieces I think are actually artistically like, this is insane. And then some of them I think are just like doodle fun, you know, and that's the fun of it's like chaos, you know. And so I love the ZMB collection. Love what Tony's doing. Love what, you know, I did see some messages that I'm in with ZK. ZK was popping his head back in, which I haven't seen ZK for a minute. And he's like, I was just blocking out the noise and everything like that. So it's
he hasn't even been in the red and blue eyes chat, dog. I haven't seen ZK.
What are OMBs at? Because that might actually be if there was ever a time to be, you know, if I start seeing them come back, they're below 0.2 right now. Might buy one of those. Might buy one of those.
Dude, I still think they're going to run. It's just a matter of time, man. Just sitting on it.
Okay. Yeah. I might do this.
I was just going to give a quick analysis. Like even a couple weeks ago during the bear market, like fucking ZK came out with like a video, like just displaying some art or whatever. And the floor price ran up from 0.2 to 0.31-ish. Then came back down again, clearly, because there was no announcement. But it doesn't take much. People look at OMB as like a 10,000 generative collection. It doesn't move like that. The floor price, it doesn't take much volume to like significantly shift that floor price.
Yeah, 100%. I think, you know, right now there's 447 listed out of 2,100. But that could change in an instant. You know, like it does not take a lot to kind of cattle prod these whales into buying. These guys have deep pockets, and I would not doubt that. So, you know, I definitely think that OMB here is steep for a lot of people. You know, it's still 0.18 Bitcoin, which is like what, $4,000? $4,500 ish. No, that's over 5,000.
Hold on, let me double check it.
Yeah, my math brain isn't working right now, but nonetheless,
about 5.5.
Yeah, 5.5. Yeah, that's still steep for a lot of people, especially us Sol MFers. We don't have a whole lot, but nonetheless, I do think this is something worth keeping your eye on. Would not be surprised. Again, just we saw what ZK did with his original collection and running them up to 4 Bitcoin at one point. No doubt he will do a similar thing and actually build cool stuff. So will be fun to see. In the meantime, Dor, I'm trying to think. Is there anything else that we would really want to talk about?
I don't think so. We can talk about the use of cattle prod. I like it, dog. It was perfect.
Somebody needs to cattle prod this market.
I know, right?
Light, dude. Yeah.
No, I'm good, dog. I think we, hit on everything. I mean, honestly, I'm surprised we talked about as much as we did with the current conditions.
Bro, I was so ready to just like rug it after 15 minutes, but that's okay. It's always fun jumping on here with you guys. I'm going to just take a quick peek over at birdeye.so, check out what's going on the SPL side. What is mobile and why did it run up 36%?
Oh, dude, we can talk about Bald real quick.
Oh, yeah, we can. Lead the way, Dor. I'm done talking about it.
So, like, obviously it's meme coin season, if you guys didn't know. And then I don't know when this coin dropped. I don't know why this meme coin dropped. But this thing ran up to what, like 15, 20 cents, I think, from like below zero or whatnot, something stupid. This one guy put $1,000 in at the bottom and it ran up to over 2 mil. Dude didn't sell, understandable. People rugged the project, rugged the liquidity pool, and then it dropped down.
Wait, hold up 1 minute. Did you just say he bought 1,000, turned it into 2 mil, didn't sell, and then you said understandable? Wait, hold up, bro. I'm taking out half at least. You telling me you're not taking $1 mil off the table?
No, I'm taking $1 million off the table, dog. I'm taking $1 million off the table. Like, easiest clap of my life, dog. I would have took $1 million off the table. So I'm not knocking his conviction in, being able to hold into that run up. So I can understand why he did it. However, you have to understand what you're invested in. If you're investing in a coin called BALD and you don't, expect it to rug at some point,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I would have taken that $2 million easy. I probably would have sold 10 times fast. I would have taken a $2,000 back on that. Thank you so much. I see you later.
So like when it rugged, people were like trying to drag him on Twitter or whatever because it dropped from 2 million to 65,000. But I'm like, for me, yeah, it sucks, but dude still made 65 grand off of it.
Bro, I take that in a heartbeat.
Yeah, exactly, dog. Like, did he really take an L? Like, yes, you can say hindsight is 2020, but at least he had conviction to hold up until that point. I just think hopefully he learned the lesson of maybe de-risking a bit after certain price points.
Yeah, the de-risk would have been, dude, I'd just like take him. Like, if you have 2 mil, take at least $1 million off the table. Come on, bro. What are you doing?
Yeah, dog. There's no shot, man. Like $1 million? $1 million, dog?
Would have been fun if you could stake your bald for hair or beard. Also, by the way, talking about beard, y'all leave my man alone.
Y'all coming after me in the chat today, dog.
You guys picking on his hoodie, and then you talking about why he's growing a beard. K10, leave my man alone.
Jeez.
All right?
My bags are down bad. I don't need my emotions down bad.
Yeah, Door's hair. I'm bullish on Door's hair.
Thanks, man.
Anyways, it would be fun if you could stake your bald for hair.
Yes,
that would have been hilarious. But we didn't, and instead we got a rug, which
that shit
were you really
like
that surprised? And then I saw Brian Armstrong came out, was like, yeah, we take integrity very seriously of our base is what the blockchain was on, which I also saw some people couldn't withdraw from, like you couldn't bridge back over from base, which was interesting. I don't know what was going on there. I just saw, look, I was at the lake, I was chilling. Congrats to all the millionaires out there. But yeah, I don't get it.
Dude, I don't fucks with meme coins, dog. It's too much, man. It's just, for me, it's gambling. I think one of the only meme coins where I'm like, this is it, are Doge and Bonk. Those two where we're like, nah, this is going to cook. The sentiment was just there, but a lot of this stuff that pops up, man, it's like I don't mess with this stuff, man. It's like you're just throwing blindly and hoping it hits.
Yeah, I mean, look, obviously I am a dog maxi, so I'm also all about the dog coins, Bonk, Doge, Samo, whatever you want to throw in there. Long dog coins, that's great. That's about the only meme I'm behind. Everything else, scam. And you buy it, you make profit, you get out ASAP. I am not look, if I saw it go 1,000x after I 3x'd on it, don't care. I have zero emotion with it because I know as soon as I see that and I try to go for it the next time, I'm getting rugged. I lose all that profit I would have had. So yeah, whatever.
Yep, pretty much, man. But that's it for me. I'm tired of you guys today. Always talking about my beard, making me feel bad.
Man, today was a rag on door.
I know, man. I know.
On door. I think that about does it for us, guys. I can't think of anything else I want to talk about. This was actually way longer than I anticipated. I was expecting 30 minutes max, but I'm happy to be here. Y'all leave my man alone. All right, Door's feelings are hurt. He's gonna play some Marvin's Room or something like that.
Exactly, dog.
Once we go offline and be like, why are they so mean? All right. Anyways, love you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching another episode of RareFUD Radio. I promise you, I guarantee you next week is going to be much more interesting. We have this show. We got the next show. We'll just make it through this week and then we'll have fun again. But until then, thank you guys so much for showing up. Yet another episode of RareFUD Radio. We do stream every Tuesday, Thursday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button with the bell notification right beside it to get notified every time we go live. You can also listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. We do upload these episodes shortly after, except I did not upload the episode that Door went solo dolo talking with Tensor. I hope you guys enjoyed that. But now we have Tensor Rewards and then Tensorians next week. So you will see plenty of Tensor, see plenty of Heist, and plenty of Migos over the next couple of weeks. I'm sure that about does it for us. We'll see you on the next episode.